You guys feel spicy? Because I do.
No matter how loud, how kind, respectful, how cute, men will still fucking hate you.
Women are talking about bringing that 4B movement right here to the United States.
Time to lock the fuck in. Operation 4B.
Refuse to date men, get married, have sex with them, or children.
All I have to say is good luck getting laid. Me and my girlies are participating in the 4B movement.
No more kitty cat for moderate men. Fucking all the things that the patriarchy wants us to be. Clearly, they don't give a shit about us.
No attention to men. Delete block. Do not respond to them.
Government cares that they're not having kids because children are the future labor force.
I'm gonna start barking and getting fucking crazy.
You think I'm crazy? Me too. Crazy. Just like all the women before me who were crazy.
It is the best thing I've ever done for my mental health. We're not crazy. We have to do this together.
The women who are doing the 4B movement help other women who are doing the 4B movement.
Sorry, man, I will not be responding to you. I am going to be promoting the 4B movement.
Do not acknowledge them. Do not look at them. Do not laugh at their jokes.
Why exactly are you going to keep becoming subservient to a nation that doesn't literally care about you?
Wake women up.
I'm so glad you asked. The 4B movement is a movement in South Korea right now where the misogyny and sexism is so bad that South Korean women have decided to opt out of dealing with men entirely. That is not a joke. That is not an exaggeration. They are not dating men. They are not marrying men. They are not having children with men. They're not even sleeping with men anymore. And it's called the 4B movement because the Korean words for those four things all start with the letter B. This kind of first started happening around 2016 when Kim Ji-young, born 1982, a novel came out. And it is a fictional book about a Korean every woman and all of the misogyny and sexism that she's experienced from literally being a child all the way to her being an adult, suffering with postpartum depression after having her child. Now, this book became a runaway bestseller among South Korean women because they were like, she's just like me for real. And that's kind of when it started cooking, right? Now, the movement officially got its name in 2019, and it's just been going ever since. It's so successful, in fact, that now South Korea has one of the lowest birth rates in the world. The number of deaths in South Korea outnumber the number of births in South Korea. And it's hilarious because all the men and the government are like, oh my God, what do we do? They don't want to like talk to us. They don't want to date us. What do we do? Like everything's in shambles. We don't know what to do. When South Korean women have been very clear from day one, they're like, hey, either you get your act together or we are literally eliminating all of this. Like, we are shutting it down. So that's the 4B movement and why I'm so obsessed with it and why I think we should have the 4B movement everywhere. Thanks for listening. Bye!
The Rebuffing Men movement, which focuses on women quitting relationships with men and avoiding dating and closeness, is a ridiculous move. It is not a significant change, and it is not a response to the same old issue of individuals faulting others for their own decisions. The fact that there are more women in the U.S. than men, meaning many women put Trump in office, further complicates the situation.
Your body, my choice. Okay, bet. With Trump's win, a lot of creepy dudes have decided they can go mask off and let us know how they really feel about women. And in response, American women are campaigning to follow South Korea's lead by participating in the 4B movement. In case you haven't heard, it's a protest that involves abstaining from marriage, sex, dating, or having children with men until their treatment of women improves. I mean, can we blame young women? When we look at the demographics, the majority of men voted for a person who has said he will roll back our reproductive rights, has said all kinds of disgusting things about women, and has had several allegations of assault against him. And of course, it's not all men, but it's hard to look at the number of dudes who turned out for Donald Trump and not feel like the dating pool just shrunk a lot. Or that you gotta start getting political real fast on a date as if dating doesn't suck already. So hey, pour it out for the nice guys and the allies because y'all can get it. But for the others, it's like if you're showing people that you can be a misogynistic scumbag and still become president, why would we want to bring kids into a world like that? So will the idea catch on here? I don't know. But just remember, despite what white nationalists may tweet out, it's our bodies, our choice.
The 4B group, which advocates for a be courageous, be striking, be essential, be without anyone else, believes that leaving the genetic supply to those who need to participate in everyday life is the best decision. They believe that a woman's choice to marry her partner is based on common respect and necessity, rather than a performance-based clash. This approach is seen as a gift to anyone who would rather not manage the show.
No sex with men, no dating men, no getting married to men, and no having children. These are the things some women in the US are promising to do in response to Donald Trump winning the election. It's inspired by the 4B movement.
If y'all insist on making women second-class citizens, we don't have to give you our body.
4B was started by women in South Korea. It's a feminist idea guided by 4 Korean words beginning with B. Biyon means no heterosexual marriage, Bichulsan means no giving birth, Bionye means no dating, and Biseksur means no sex. The women in the movement say it's a way to fight against the patriarchy and misogyny, and that's why women in the US, who are worried about what could happen to abortion rights and reproductive freedoms under Trump's presidency, are signing up. They say it's a way to protest, keep themselves safe, and take back control over their bodies.
We have to take it back by limiting who we give our bodies to.
And with all this talk of reproductive rights, it's no coincidence The Handmaid's Tale has shot to the top of Amazon's best-selling books list since Trump's re-election. Trump said he won't make abortion illegal nationwide, but he has supported individual states bringing in their own bans. Do you think the 4B movement will take off?
The 4B movement has emerged as the most recent great arrangement from the exhausted side of the web, with the main idea being that women should quit relationships with men by and large. No dating, no marriage, and no children are considered a hard pass on men. Instead, they view this as a social development, like a major center point to traditional relationships and man-centric values. The 4B movement is criticized for expecting men to eagerly and frantically wait for the very thing being removed.
There's no way I am letting any man near me for the next few years.
Like so many other women in America who have been considering trying to get pregnant, I woke up today and said, nope, not anymore.
The 4B movement is seen as a way to avoid the negative effects of dating and closeness on women. But it is important to remember that it is a social change rather than an individual decision. Many people are concerned about the potential impact of self-declared 4Bers on society. It is important to be genuine and not take autonomous to a higher level. Instead, focus on being daring, intense, and essential without help from anyone else. In the meantime, most people will be feigning exacerbation and contemplating whether to toss you a thank you march.
The 4B movement was actually started by women in South Korea back in 2019 as part of their version of the Mgtow movement. The number 4 refers to dating, marriage, sex, and children.
American women are pushing for the downfall of civilization and behaving like it's great. This extreme approach to living is not only extreme, but also removing society's future. Human progress was based on participation, families, and shared objectives. These self-delegated rebels are not bringing down any man-controlled society here. They are eradicating their own stake from now on. Freedom and independence are important, but cultural advancement cannot occur in seclusion. Human progress is not an application that can be finished off when it's finished.
You, in 2022, swore off dating forever.
Not forever. We're not going to settle for low-value men that don't respect us anymore.
Wait, that woman was cutting her hair off? Oh, bold.
Wild. The fact that these crazos are out here, they're like, we're not touching men. I hope that means more for me.
And that wraps up today's episode of Manosphere Daily. If you enjoyed the content, give it a like. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified as soon as a new video is out. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.